What's happening? What's good? What's happening in the hood? Good. Oh, snap, y'all. What? I know for a fact that this video will be 10 minutes or less. I know sometimes I say junk is short and it ends up being longer. It is what it is because things come to my mind and I do what I do. I bring in the logic, reason, facts, and evidence. But anyways, this is simply a response video. Yes, indeed. Now, somebody had asked me a couple weekends ago, not this weekend, but the weekend before. Not this past one, the weekend before, right? Oh, no. I mean, this past weekend, you know what I'm saying? Not this one coming. Alright, so 2 weekends ago, right? I had done a video about, I believe it was a comment on that video. I had done a video about Madara's an antagonist, not a villain. Okay? I repeat, Madara's an antagonist, not a villain. Go check that out. Anyways, and this video will also contain in the description box below, hopefully, the Art's Villain video that is uploading actually currently as I speak, as I record this video. A couple weeks ago, 2 weeks ago, 2 weekends ago, goodness gracious, man, so much craziness, right? That's life. Someone had asked me about Donquixote Doflamingo being a villain. Okay, about Doflamingo being a villain. And I believe in that video about Madara being an antagonist, not a villain, I had stated that. You know, I had give a little bit, I think it was that video. But anyways, regardless of whether it was that video, because I've talked about this in a few videos about Doflamingo. Houston, that person made a great note, and I said, and it should have been, you know, then when I made this video, but life happens, things come up, tiredness, whatever, other videos to do. Anyways, that person made a great observation, and I said I will explain in the video why Doflamingo's a villain. Okay. Let me begin at the origins of our meeting in One Piece of Don Quixote Doflamingo. It begins, if you will remember correctly, with him being there with Bartholomew Kuma, the tyrant Bartholomew Kuma. You know, we're talking about Heavenly Demon, Don Quixote Doflamingo, later aka Joker in the New World. You know, being there with Kuma. Dracula, Hawkeye's Mihawk comes into the room, right? They're at, I believe, Mary Joa. I don't believe it was Marineford. I believe it was Mary Joa, the Holy Land, right? And they're talking about Sir Crocodile being taken down. Right? Believe that was a scene. That was the first time we seen it. We don't really see Doflamingo. Oh no. We do see him later with after Bellamy gets one shot at that famous one punch by Luffy. Bellamy the hyena, 50 million berry bounty man. Get one shot at by the 100 million berry bounty man before the news had reached Jaya Island. Straw Hat Monkey D. Luffy was the 100 million man. When it was the 100 billion berry man. Doflamingo Shichibukai, you know, locked in at 340 million berries, so we know he's not a pushover. Doflamingo puts in that work on Bellamy. You know, it looks like he kills him. Apparently he did. Anyways, even in the anime, you see this. We don't really see Doflamingo again to the Marineford War. Touring around, you know, finger twitching, taking Sir Crocodile's head off, you know what I'm saying? You know, taking Crocodile, you know, obviously Crocodile's not dead. Who knows if he used hockey or not. I mean, controlling, putting that beat down on Moria, Gecko Moria. Just having fun, cutting off Oars Jr.'s leg and all this junk. I mean, so much craziness, right? But then, we get to New World. Punk Hazard. We got the Straw Hats and the Heart Pirate Alliance. Straw Hat, Heart Pirate Alliance messing with Doflamingo. And then, you know, it seems like the ambitions are going for Kaido. I said it seems like. At this point, even coming and approaching Dressrosa, coming from Dressrosa and approaching Punk Hazard, Doflamingo throughout all the story for 690 some chapters, right? Plus, actually, because it wasn't until Dressrosa that the change occurs. Doflamingo was just an antagonist. And not even indirectly in it. We knew he'd probably have to face Straw Hats. Probably, not certain, but probably. Because they're opposing ideology, so eventually he'd probably face him. Doflamingo was simply an antagonist. Until, I would say, probably about a quarter of the way through Dressrosa, she's still an antagonist. Midway through the Dressrosa arc, change occurs. And I say midway. We're on the downside of the Dressrosa arc currently. We're not done, obviously, but we're on the downside. We're probably... Are we in the last fourth? Possibly. We're possibly in the last fourth. Depends on how much flashback we're about to get. And depends on how long the fight between... Spoiler, but... come on. The fight between Luffy and Doflamingo. Come on. Even if you're an anime watcher, you pretty much expect that to come. Come on. A lot of people put it in parallels between Alabasta and Dressrosa, for example. Some of them, there are some, different, but there are some. Even between the Baroque Works for example, the Baroque Works organization under Crocodile and Doflamingo's pirates. There's some similarities there. But when you look at it, Doflamingo, what happens? What changes make? Because I wasn't even willing to say he was a villain, and there's gonna be spoilers in this. His history with the Riku family, for example. At that point, we were hearing glimpses, him going against law. People were saying all this and that. He's a villain. He was not a villain. He was simply an antagonist. At the time, Kaido simply was the villain. From Punk Hazard on through, Kaido was the villain. Okay? Kaido's still the villain. But, that he's been put on the back burner because of Donquixote Doflamingo. Heavenly Demon Donquixote Doflamingo, aka Joker. Remember that name. Doflamingo switches to a villain role when we get the backstory of the Riku family and the 10 years in the past of Dressrosa. The more we learn about the dwarves and the toys, okay, the more even we learn a little bit about Law. Because we still don't even know what happened between Trafalgar Law and Doflamingo. The fact, and then there's Fujitora. It cascaded. When we learn about Doflamingo's backstory, his history, it was a combination of elements that made Doflamingo a villain. At that point, Luffy, like I said, he would have battled Doflamingo like he battled Crocodile. Crocodile wasn't even a villain. He was an antagonist. You understand what I'm saying? It takes, and like I say, I dropped a video and explained, criteria of a villain. Although Crocodile shared some villainous traits, he was not a villain. He was simply an antagonist. But Doflamingo and his manipulative self, even when he was involved with the slave trade, that doesn't make him a villain. The fact that he has all this manipulation and puppeteering on the island of Dressrosa is from very sinister stuff. Now, I love him as a character. He's one of my top 5 favorite characters. He's number 5, to be honest. In fact, he's number 5. I love his smile. Oh my goodness, his character is amazing. It's phenomenal. You have to admit, he's one of the greatest villains. Okay, he deserves top 20, at least top 20, if not top 10. So yeah, that to answer the question, it changed on Dressrosa when we learned about the manipulative nature, his the dark. Oh my goodness, what he did to the Riku family. Now I wasn't, people were up and they were so emotional. I wasn't emotional of it. I'm like, yo, that sucks. But damn, Doflamingo, like, you bastard. That's what damn, Doflamingo. If you love great villains, you gotta, in turn, kind of love Doflamingo. It's strange how that works, but I love great villains because Doflamingo, at the end of the day, he's sinister, he's manipulative, but he's highly intelligent, and he doesn't just his character isn't. I don't hate his character. I love his character. He just is. He's not evil. He does immoral things, but he's not evil, so to say. You understand what I'm saying? We also gotta consider the world. We're talking about pirates. But those are my thoughts. What are yours? The Unexpected Warner, like, comment, subscribe, and yeah, y'all. Till next time. Peace.